Hello, hello. Welcome back. Wednesday, kind of the day that I decided to do these videos. I'm Leah, if you're new here. And today we are going to get strapping. The drama. I love straps. If you've ever been to one of my classes in person, you'll know that I'm obsessed. They are perfect for extending your arms basically. If you don't have the flexibility to reach for your leg in a forward fold, place it over your feet and use it as a longer arm so you can get deeper into the stretch. The flow I'm going to move you through today is going to be done laying on your back, and it'll be just focusing on the hips, the legs, the hamstrings, the hip flexors. And you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, middle day, when you want to chill but you also want to stretch. I also got a question from somebody who did the last flow with me about what is the importance of the breath. So I do want to talk about that for a minute. The breath and how I use the breath helps you go deeper into a pose without forcing yourself. So say you're in a fold. You could force yourself there, but you can see it's not super comfortable. If you move with your breath, as you inhale, you think about lengthening, you're filling up your lungs, everything is growing and expanding, and as you exhale, the lungs start to shrink because you're pushing out the air, there's less air in your lungs. You get a little bit more relaxed into the pose. And if you stay here for, say, 5 breaths, there's an inhale of a slight rise, and then every exhale, maybe you can relax a little bit deeper into the pose, into the movement that you're doing. So using the breath as a way to, 1, keep your mind occupied while you're in these poses. 2, again, allow you to relax deeper into them and help with that flexibility. And 3, when you are controlled breathing, you're telling your mind and your body that everything is safe. You're activating that parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. I'm safe, I'm comfortable, I can breathe here, the body can now relax. So I hope that answers that question. If you ever have any more questions, please drop them in the comments, shoot me a message on Instagram. I love answering questions. So let's get to it, shall we? So taking your strap, now you can have a yoga strap, you can use a belt, you can use a house coat, tie, anything that kind of resembles a strap. So finding one of these, I'm going to start by laying on the ground. Just start laying flat to begin with. You can open your arms to the side. Let's just take 3 slow, deep breaths together. Inhaling through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Slowly planting your feet onto the mat, tucking your pelvis so your whole back is flat on the ground, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side. And then use your inhale. Again, expand, lengthen, legs up towards the sky. One hand on the back of each leg. Just begin to pedal your feet out. Maybe pointing one toe as you flex the other, bending one knee as you straighten the other. You can use your hands to massage the back of your legs to promote circulation of the blood. Just using this time to observe, how does your right leg feel compared to your left leg? Do your hands feel a difference in tightness? Do you feel a difference in flexibility? Just a reminder not to bring any judgment in. You're just here to observe, to listen to your body and adjust accordingly. Inhale, pointing your toes up towards the sky. You can either keep one hand on each leg, or if you want to work a little on core, then you can plant your hands onto the mat. Point the toes. Keep the right leg lifted as you slowly exhale, lower that left leg all the way flat onto the mat, anchoring your heel. Fingers can interlace behind the right leg. Start to isolate the foot and the ankle, drawing slow circles. Observe what muscles you feel stretching. Play with spreading your toes out wide. Maybe scrunching your toes in. See how that changes the movement and the mobility. Now point your toe. Really try to touch the sky with that right big toe, maybe feeling it on the top of your foot and your shin. And then flex. Press up through your heel as you pull down with your toe, maybe feeling it on the calf and the hamstring. And point. And flex. You're now going to take your strap, place it on the ball of the foot, so on that padded part right underneath your toes. Both hands are going to take your straps, securing your hands, and then relax your shoulders and your elbows. Allow the weight to pull down on the ball of your foot. Begin to rock gently from side to side here. Slow, small movements. And some movement into that right hip joint. You're allowing the blood to drain from that right foot. Take 2 slow, deep breaths here. Rise back to center. Right hand will take both of your straps. Secure the hand. Left arm is going to lower and anchor onto the mat. Make sure to keep this left hip anchored. Inhale, lengthen, press up through your right heel. As you exhale, open your leg to the right, keeping that heel activated. Gaze can be up at the sky or over the opposite shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. Visualize that you're sending your breath where you feel that stretch. That inhale is creating space. Your exhale is allowing yourself to relax and deepen. It may feel like slight pulses. Inhale, gently rise back to center. Left hand will take the strap, securing the strap. Right arm anchors onto the mat. Keep this right hip anchored. Press out through your heel and then just bring the toes slightly over your left shoulder. You may feel that on the outside of this right leg, that IT band. 2 breaths. Either staying here if this is enough, and if you don't do twists. If you know you can't twist, stay here. If you like to twist, inhale, try to lengthen the leg a little bit more. As you exhale, begin to reach that right foot over towards the left, lifting the hip off the ground. Reach with that right arm, maybe the gaze is over the right shoulder. 3 breaths. Breathe into your rib cage. Maybe on that inhale, the right shoulder slightly lifts off the ground. As you exhale, it sinks back to the mat. Inhale gently back up to center. Both hands will take your strap again, walking your hands up towards your foot. As you inhale, point your toe, begin to roll up, trying to touch your nose to your knee. Exhale, let it go, relax your head and your shoulders. This time, flex your foot, press up through your heel. As you inhale, roll up, try to touch your nose to your knee. See the difference in this foot compared to the opposite. Exhale, let it go. Hands relax to the bottom of your straps. You're gonna start to draw circles with this leg. So inhale, pull the leg towards you. Exhale, open the right leg to the side as you swing it towards the left foot. Back to center. Moving in your own time. Play around with the opposite direction. Maybe playing around with bending your knee. See how that feels. Just trying to make movements with this leg that you don't get to do on a day-to-day basis. Last breath. And tap gently back to the center. Remove the strap, placing it down beside you. Hands can either come to the legs or plant on the ground, pointing your toes. Inhale. Reach that left leg back up to meet the right. Hands back on the legs. Just check in. How does your right leg feel compared to your left? Is there any differences? You open your eyes. Is there a difference in length? Inhale, point your toes. Hands can either stay to help the legs or plant them onto the ground. Exhale, lower the right leg all the way flat onto the mat, anchoring your heel. Fingers interlace behind that left leg. Begin to draw circles with the left ankle. Slow, exaggerated movements. Try to spread the toes out as wide as you can. And then scrunch the toes together. Now point. Really try to touch the sky with that left big toe. And flex. Press up through your heel as you pull down with your toe. And point. And flex. Taking your strap again, placing it over the ball of this left foot. Walking your hands up towards your foot. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, and then gently rock from side to side. 3 breaths here. And rise back to center. Left hand takes your strap. Right arm anchors onto the ground. Keeping your right hip anchored. Inhale, lengthen, point your toe. As you exhale, open the left leg to the side. Press out through your heel. Maybe the gaze is over the right shoulder. 3 breaths. Again, send your breath to where you feel the stretch. Create space. Relax on your exhales. Inhale, rise back to center. Right hand takes the straps. Left arm anchors. Keep this left hip anchored on the ground as you press through your left heel. Bring those toes slightly over the right shoulder. 3 breaths. Choosing the same variation on this side as you had the other. So if you did not twist, don't twist here. If you did twist, use an exhale. Begin to lift your left hip off the ground as you reach your leg towards the right. extending that left arm. Maybe the gaze is over the left shoulder. 3 breaths into your rib cage. Inhale, rise back to center. Both hands take your straps as you walk your hands up towards your foot. Pointing your toe, inhale, roll up, lengthen. Exhale, relax, lower the head. Press up through your heel. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, relax. Moving your hands to the bottom of your straps. Get ready for the circles. Inhale, pull. As you exhale, open. Nice, slow circles. Again, get playful here. Move in both directions. Play with bending the knee. 2 more breaths. Inhale, back up to center. Moving your strap. Hands can plant. Point both your toes. Inhale. Meet towards the sky. Check back in one last time. How do your legs feel compared to each other? Compared to when we started? Just giving yourself a small little hug here. Invite you to say one nice thing to yourself that you need to hear today. You can either continue with movement. You can move into a Shavasana by coming to lay flat on the ground. You can go to bed. Thank you so much for following along. I'll be here every Wednesday, so if you like it, subscribe to it, and see you next week.